So yesterday I have written a few programs on conditional statements. I have completed if condition. So here it is, if condition, then how to use if condition. Then I have written a if else condition. So with two logical operators I have used here, or and in between the conditional operators. So then I have written another one. So get BMI based on our weight and height. So I calculated the BMI. So that BMI I am returning for all the BMI. Apart from this message, so I am returning the BMI also. So that's the nested if else. This is all nested if else. If, else if, else if, else if, else if, and you can write a else part also. So else part you can write. So you can simply say that your BMI is out of scope, something like that. Okay. So if all these conditions are not true, generally it will come here, but this is always greater than 35 we are covering. So there is no chance of coming here. And last one, switch case. So let's write the switch case. Switch is almost similar to this nested if else. All these brackets and all those things you don't need in the switch case. There also you have multiple conditions you will check. Like this, nested if else. But that is a bit, easy. So look and feel is good. More readability will be there. And so let's write that we are writing, I'll prepare one calculator. Okay. So that calculator you can give an input, basically 3 inputs. So you are doing mathematical operations like between 2 numbers. So mathematical operation is plus, you need to supply, minus, multiplication, division. So these operators you need to give, and 2 numbers you have to give. These are the 3. So input data you need to supply to the method. Generally, we will give for a method input is through parameters, right? There is one more way you can supply input data to the method while running the program. So that I'll show you in this program. Generally, we know how to give an input to the method, that is through parameters. So now I want to show without parameters, while running the program, you can give your input data. So in the console you can give, and it will take the data, whatever the data you have given, that will calculate. So that is what we have, we are going to learn now. So let's see now how to do that. And I'm preparing a calculator program. So simply I'll say public static. So void. All static methods I have written in this class. Later we can write a different methods, different type of methods. So static void calculator. Just prepare the calculator program. And so static void calculator program, you can now prepare it. And so I want to give 2 integer numbers or double numbers, whatever you want, and 1 character. So plus, so minus, so multiplication, division are characters, right? Those are characters. So these 3 input data I will supply from a keyboard. How can you supply from keyboard? How to supply from a keyboard the data? So let me show you that. First declare, okay? First declare, preparing a calculator. So I'll declare, so I'll take a double data. Okay. So double D1, D2, two variables. So I'll store, and you can practice with the integer numbers. Okay. Char, show the operator. So basically operator I am giving. So these are the operators. Basically, we will supply them. So operators means like plus. So character, right? Character means you have to give in single quotes minus and multiplication and division. Okay. This is what we can give it. And let's see this. How can we give these values, these three values? So we have to use, there is a predefined class, scanner class. Scanner class in the java.util package. So that class, non-static methods are there. So to give what type of data you want to give, that method is available already, return type method. So you already know how to call non-static return type methods. So what do you need to do? What is the procedure you need to do?
We have to create the object reference. Object reference.
You have to create an object for that class. Then you can call that method, right?
Yes.
So, but what is the method? Let me give you all those methods. So create object for scanner class. So using new keyword, okay, and then use different methods. So like there is a return type methods. So if you want to supply, if you want to return the double data, we have a next double method. So which returns double data. So there is a next int method. So which returns integer data. Return type methods, these are all. So there is a next method. So which returns string type data. So there is a next float. So which returns float data. So like this, all the different type of you have. So let's go and create the object for that. Scanner SCOB is equal to new scanner, and you have to give a parameterized constructor here. Now generally we know default constructor, right? But I'm going to give here a default constructor. No, parameterized constructor I'm going to give. So that parameterized constructor is, how can you input the data? So yeah, we already discussed at this point. How can you input the data?
What is that question, Ramesh?
How can
System.in.
you-
System.in.
So system.in will takes the data from keyboard, right? So that's
Yes.
what you have to give. So to input the data from keyboard, you have to use system.in. System.out will output the data. So import the scanner class from java.util package. So that's what I say, import. See, package below, above the class, that's the import statement location, right? And now scanner class object is created. Now I need to give this D1 value, D2 value. So enter D1 value so that you can understand in the console. Otherwise, if you don't write, cursor will be there in the console, but where it is, we don't know. So D1 equal to scobj dot. What is the method? Next, double. Object reference, that return type of the method is double already here declared. The variable, that variable value you are supplying now, D1 equal to scobj dot next double. See, this is returning a double data from scanner class. Same way. So do the D2 value. Next. So enter operator value. You need to enter operator also, right? Operator value. So what operator you can give? Basically, you can give all the operators, plus, minus, multiplication, division, right? So these are operators we have to give. So you call that variable. What is the variable? So this one.
Operator. Not even.
Operator. But this operator data type is what? Character.
Character.
Right? But we don't have a method in the scanner class operator. But we have only next method. So next method, what it will return?
Next, string data. String date.
String type data. But we don't want string type data, right? Okay, so you take it. You take from a string and get the character from that. So there is a string methods. You can get the required character from the string. So I'll give you what is that method. Okay, so just understand this. So I'm going to give here a detailed explanation. String class provides return type method, char yet method, int index. So what is the parameter you need to pass? What is the parameter you need to pass for this method? Char return type method, caret method. So which returns a character from the string. So provides a return type method character. Method caret method. Provides a return type method caret. Okay, caret, which returns a character at given index. A given index, what you will get? So on this index, what character is there? That will be given to you, and the return type of this method is a char data type. So for example, let me give you more in detail. Suppose you have a string object s equal to Java. Okay. So the index number how to give? Always first character will be 0 index. Second character will be 1 index. Third, 2 index. Fourth, 3 index. For example, now I want V. So for this method, what you need to supply? This object dot that object. So the return type method how to call? Return type method how to call? Char. So the character it returns C equal to S dot caret of. So what is the V character in which position that is there? V.
2.
2. So then you will get the, from this string, if you give the index number 2, the index number 2, what is the character we have? V. So V will store here. That's a return type method, right? Object reference dot the method name. And this method is a returns a character. So now same way, this entire thing is a string, right? Next method will give a string. From that string, you need to get the character. So what is the character? How to get a character? Caret of 0 you give. So why we are giving 0? because you are giving these as a string. Plus you give, if you give plus, it's a string format. So you will get here string format. Okay, you will get here string format. This part. So this part you are getting as a string format. This value you are getting in the string format plus. But if you want a character, so what you are telling, you are so get 0, right? A 0 means this is the 0 index, right? Only one character, but in the string format. So you want that character, so you will get a plus into this variable. Is this clear? If you give a minus, for example, if you give a minus, so always from the keyboard, it will take, next method will be taken as a string only. But when you apply on this string, if you apply caret method, so this is in the 0 index. So the 0 index means only minus. The minus will go and store here. Is this clear?
Can you please explain one more time, Ramesh?
Okay.
This operator.
Operator is basically when you enter from the keyboard, you will get a string. So this next method will take that input in the string format. Okay, in the string format. So now when you apply, so you want character, right? From this string, you need to get the character. How can you get this? Only one is there. One means 0 index. So that you are getting a 0 index. This plus you will get in the character format that will store here. Because this will return a char data, right? So 0 index, whatever the character is there, plus character is there. So that plus character will get. If you give minus character is there. So you will get a minus into this. But here we are giving a more characters. But in the, from keyboard, you will give operators only either one of these things. Okay. Either plus you will give, either minus, or either multiplication or division. Only one you will give. But one you will get in the string format. String format. That string format, how can you get a character? That index number you give for the method. String dot, this entire thing is a string. Right? String dot, you are calling the method name. The string dot caret method. So then you will get a whatever the index number you are giving, that index number is what character is that? This one, or minus, or multiplication, or division. So that will be stored in this operator variable. Are we good?
Yeah, yes, Ramesh.
Still anybody having doubt? So basically this, whatever you are taking from the keyboard, that entire thing is a string. Okay. That entire thing is a string only. It's a string. This is a string. So that is a string only. So that string you are converting into a character. You are taking a character from that by giving an index number 0. So that 0 index number plus or minus or whatever you are inputting, that will store in this operator variable. So now you got the operator also in the character format. Now you got the D1 value, D2 value, operator. Now you can start your actual coding. So what is the actual coding? So you need a output value. That output is, so double output equal to 0. So I'll tell you, I'm not going to give output. I want to show you the error. So now I'm applying actual switch case. Switch operator. Okay. So the operator, if operator is, okay, if operator is plus, then what is the operation you need to do? Output equal to D1 plus D2. Then break it. So next case minus operator. So output equal to, So D1 minus D2. Then break it. Case. So multiplication. So output equal to D1 multiply by D2. So case. Why? Because there more than one space is there. So only one character. Space also character, right? If you keep in single quotes means only one character must be there. You should not keep more than one. Then case division. So output equal to so D1 so divided by D2. So that's it. Okay. So this is all the calculations we did. Now, so I'll write a default block. So default block. So then you can say invalid operator. So simply say that invalid operator. So invalid operator. Then I want to print this output value. So this output value I want to print. Let's print the output value. So D1 plus operator plus D2 equal to the output, right? So D1, so operator D2 equal to, so the output. Why it is throwing error? Read that. So what is the mistake? What's the mistake we did?
It is showing initialize variable.
What we missed here? Read carefully. Answer is there itself.
Initialize a variable.
What is the variable we didn't initialize?
Output here we are not giving any double output.
So what is mean by initialization? What is mean by initialization?
It is the same, Ramesh, assigning or initializing.
The same. Assigning or initializing same.
Okay, here, yeah, we are not assigning any value to output.
So here, see that in one line. So remember, I explained in the local variable time. Without initializing or assigning a value to local variable, you cannot use that. So that's why initially first you have to declare, even though you are assigning a value here, but the first time, the declaration time itself, you have to initialize the value. Default value initialize. What is the value you can initialize? Default value. If you don't want. See, now this error is gone. Now I initialize it. So the output variable I initialized, output local variable I have initialized with the default value. So later I can change. So now here see, I'm changing. The sum I will store. So this will be vanished from the memory and this will store. This output will be stored. And if it is coming in this case, this output will store. If it is coming to this block, this output will store. this output will store. So that is this calculated program. So let's call all the methods. Okay, are you all clear on this?
Yes, Ramesh.
What happened? Only Swati responding. Sir. So now let's call one by one static method with the parameterized method. If demo. So if demo, just call. So you need to give values 20 and 30. So I'm giving 20 and 30. So let's call this method now. The static method, right? You can call directly. So that's what we did. See all how it is executing. You need to observe here. First, it went to see that which we are inside A less than B. That means this part is skipped. Why it is skipping? The values. So whatever you have given, that is not same. That is not meeting this criteria. It's not true. That's why it came here. So you can run in debug mode also. So let me show you that in debug mode. Understand here, then I'll show you in the debug mode. Now it came to this block and executed. Again, so A is smaller than B. So that's it is telling these two statements are executed. Next, we are inside the direct Boolean value. That means it came here directly here. That means this is skipped because this is not true. That's why it is entirely skipped. It came here, it executed. Then we're inside a false negation block, this one. So this is also true. That's why this statement is executed. So if the condition is true, then only that block of code will execute line by line. Please remember this basic step. Always condition based only if you are for loop, whatever it is. Let's say you're going to execute. Okay. So let's see how this is executing. Okay. Let me call in the debug mode, how to run in debug mode. So put wherever you want to start running line by line code, put the toggle breakpoint first. First point is put the toggle breakpoint from which line onwards you want to run. So that line you put a toggle breakpoint. Here in this line, just put a toggle breakpoint. This is the toggle breakpoint. So your cursor will come. I'm removing this. This I don't want. So from this line onwards, 9th line onwards, I want to run. So this is the toggle breakpoint. So after adding a toggle breakpoint, now, so top right side, it's in the Java perspective. You have to change it to debug perspective. Change it to debug perspective. Now it moved to debug perspective. Can you see here? Top right side, my cursor here. Before it was in the Java mode. Now I moved to debug mode. So then right click, debug as Java application. Now it will run and it will execute this. So the method you are calling here, first it will call the main method below. So it will call this and it will go to this method inside. This method inside it will go. See, it is stopping there. It stopped there. See, it came and highlighted. It is waiting for our intervention now. Until you act, it won't move. It will stop there only. So you are telling, okay, break there. So wait. Now, how to execute line by line code? So top right side, you can see top left side. So your toolbar, on the toolbar, you have a step into, step over. So you click on this F6, it will move to next line. or you press F6, it will move to next line. That's how to run in debug mode. This is a very, very important. So any code is you want to debug. Something is not working and that line of code is not executing. You want to find out the root cause. You need to run line by line code. So to run that, you have to follow these steps. First, put the toggle breakpoint from which line onwards you want to execute line by line code execution in your presence. Then run as right click or run as a debug mode. And that time also it will ask you switch to debug perspective. You can switch, or otherwise in advance you can switch to debug perspective. Again, you can move back to Java perspective. I'll show you how to move. Now see, I'm moving to next line. See, it came. The condition is, now see A value 20, it is showing values also. And B value 30. The condition becomes false. Now it jumped to 15th line. See that. Observe carefully. See that? 10th after it jumped to 15th line. Why? Because the condition is false. Next. Again, click on the F6. It will move to 16th line because the condition is true now. Then move to next line. Condition is true. That block is executed. Then 20th line, the condition is false. It will jump to 25th line. Save it again to directly here because it's already true. Then now again this condition also true, it executes. See, this method is ending and main method is ending. Nothing to execute here. So this method is over. This stack is over. So it's destroyed. Now all the local data gone. So nothing to execute. See, it's completed. So this is how to run in debug mode. Anything you want to run in debug mode, this is how you need to plan it. And you can switch back to Java perspective by clicking on Java. That's it. And you can remove the debug points. Okay, so that's the how to run in debug mode. And any method you can do like that. So debug mode, practice that and it will help you. So any doubts and if you need any clarification, let me know. This is the parameterized method. This is the void default method without parameters. So see, now I'm running run as a Java application, normal mode. Java application I'm running, not in debug mode. So say directly it will execute. If you want to execute, line by line, you can execute. Next. So next method is a return type method, BMI. So it returns a double data, BMI val equal to, and get BMI, I think. So you give the weight I'm giving 75, height, and you can give 5.5. So I'm not sure this is the LBs we need to give or no. Let's see, okay? So what is the value you are going to get it? BMI it will print. BMI val. Your BMI is this one, you are underweight. I think this is the LBs we need to provide. Your underweight means what is the your underweight means less than 18.5 so you're getting. So that means 2 point, right? I think you have to give in LBs. So let me give you in LBs. I think it is calculating in LBs. Give 750 and you can give 55. Let's see what is the it's too much. Okay. 1 point, you are underweight. So let me check with I'll just ask ChatGPT. So BMI calculation examples of weight and height. $71.75. Okay. So basically we have to give